Hello and welcome, Million Mom Movement community. My name is Stephanie Dawn. I am the chair of the beautiful Million Mom Movement Council, and it is my honor to be here with you today. Today is my last Fierce Friday as chair. Hopefully not my last Fierce Friday ever, but it is the end of an incredible experience as the chair of this beautiful council that currently we have Carmela Velarde, Taz Ferreira, and Naiva Flore. And I know that more are going to be joining. And so it's a bittersweet day for me as I release this position that I've been so honored to just really embody and hold this position of elevating and empowering the Million Mom movement for the entire Purium field for the last 4 years. And it was 4 years ago that Amy Venner tapped me to be the chair, and she's here with us today. Welcome, Amy.
Hi, well, thank you so much. And of course, I wouldn't miss this last Fierce Friday. I actually just was scrolling through my phone and found a photo that we took when we had lunch that day. It was August 1st, 2018. If the date is right in my phone, we had lunch. You came down to the facility, and at that time we had been having regular meetings in the conference room upstairs on Sundays, and you were there every week with your team, and we just started, this conversation started percolating, and we decided to do that. And that was a really special lunch. It was a special conversation. And then Stephanie proceeded to literally come to the office 2 or 3 times a week, at least it seemed that way, as we were fleshing out plans of what the Million Mom movement could be. And at the time, it was like just a little seed. It was just a little idea, and a website was born out of it. Vision and purpose created, and that little seed, with your direction and your love and energy and your passion, and the rest of the council coming together shortly thereafter, has just grown and flourished. You know, it is not even like just a little plant. It's actually grown into a really sturdy, solid tree with roots that go very, very, very deep. So I want you to know that as you move out of this position, that your legacy, the roots, that seed that was planted under your care and guidance, and I know farming and organic cultivation is a big piece of who you are. I want you to know that that will always be part of this foundational time of the Million Mom movement. So it's been an honor to work with you, to see your passion and your energy. And of course, things have evolved and changed, and the Fierce Friday was born under your direction, and what a legacy that is. So I hope you can look back with joy and pride of everything that has been created, and especially the space that was created during the pandemic, when so many people were feeling lonely and scared. And there was this container of moms, of women, of people coming together and talking about that. And you had that vision along with the council. You held that space for so many people, and that's a comment that I keep hearing, that that's what the Million Mom movement did for so many people during the pandemic, was give a safe place, a family, and a community for them to be a part of when the world, when things were so uncertain and so scary. So I want to thank you for that on behalf of everyone that you touched during that time. And I want you to know that that work will live in the hearts of so many people. So Stephanie, thank you so much. Love you. Big farewell, but of course it's not goodbye, because hopefully, we'll see you back here on Fierce Friday, and of course see you in the Purium community. So it's bye for now in this capacity, and see you soon with whatever is next on your horizon.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you so much. I'm touched. I'm really touched. The tears are going to flow today, y'all. It's just how it's going to be. They already started with Carmela. We went live right before this. Thank you, Amy. I love you. And thank you for giving me the honor of holding this position. It really, I was just sharing with Carmela earlier that it really allowed me to elevate my voice and to merge my prosperity with my activism and really show my team and really the field how to do that, So taking all that angst that we might feel about what's going on in the world and using it for good, for your own prosperity and your own economic empowerment, right? Like that's what I've been endeavoring to do here. So thank you, Amy.
You're welcome. I believe Dave is on as well. Let's see if we can maybe get Dave unmuted. There we go.
Awesome. Well, good evening or good afternoon. I'm used to saying good evening on my calls, but good morning or good afternoon, depending upon where you are. And hello, Stephanie. Yeah, it's really amazing how you set out on one journey, and then all of a sudden things happen, and your plans alter, and so in life, it's always that way. So we had this vision for the Million Mom movement, and all of a sudden the world changed in a dramatic and really unprecedented way. And during that time, Amy and I had to pull in our resources together to make sure, like we said, to keep our hands steady on the ship, to make sure that we got through those stormy seas, and for a minute, the Million Mom movement was like a lifeboat that got washed off deck, and they're out there, making it on their own. And it was really important to have, a captain of their own, and Stephanie was that captain, and so many times they might have wondered where the mothership was. And so for those times, we apologize, but also really appreciate the way that you held things down. The original vision for the Million Mom movement really was around building prosperity for an underserved community, these caretakers, mothers, stay at home, single, all this category. And we're really happy to re-energizing those roots. We're really excited to be soon announcing the next vision for our Million Mom movement scholarships. And for Stephanie, the way that you've held down, and done this through so many personal things of your own, like so many of us during COVID and so many of us in our lives. So you definitely were the OG, as we say, and no matter who comes next, you're always going to be the first, and so but I'm excited for the next energy. I'm excited for the people that have been learning from you and mentoring from you and saying, wow, maybe someday I'm going to get a chance to be part of that council. And so for all the people that you inspired who may come next, thank you for that as well. And so that's pretty much what we have to say with our words, but we did put together a little montage that I'm going to ask Amy to introduce and to share.
Well, we put together a little video. So Scott, our videographer, put together a little video. And I think Neva's got it up here. So take it away, Neva. Uh-oh. We may have to, I can't hear it. I'm wondering, can anybody else hear it? Oh, we may have to reshare with the volume little thingy clicked.
Naiva is such a rock star. Thank you, Naiva.
Yes, thank you. I've done that so many times, just FYI.
Wait, tell me where the volume thing is. I'm not seeing it.
When you hit share, when you hit share screen, I think it's down in the bottom right-hand side. It says play volume from share screen.
Welcome. My name is Stephanie Dawn, and I was
Can you hear it now?
struck by the fact that, wow, if this can help me and I
Can you
didn't
hear
have
it
to
now?
work out like a fiend, maybe it could help other women in my life. Because initially I was just sharing very casually on Facebook. I'd had an amazing weight loss story. And then I started learning about what was possible. There's an old saying as an activist, don't get angry, get organized.
Thank you, Sam! It's truly bittersweet that I say goodbye to you as you step down as the chair for the Million Mom Movement staff.
We appreciate you. You've inspired me. You've supported me in so many ways, and I'm just so grateful for you.
Thank you for creating the pledge and having this incredible movement. We had a great time. We had a great time creating Fierce Fridays, lunch learns.
I can't wait to read the next chapters that come out that are full of that empowered sovereignty that you have been cultivating all of these years.
I would not have said yes to this council if not for your active creating this movement.
Stephanie Dawn, my friend, this is just the end of a chapter.
I know that you're going to do some amazing things. You're going to inspire so many more people, and you're going to do great things in the world. So I'm just excited to see what this journey brings.
Thank you, Steph, for being our chair of the Million Mom Movement. Even in the earliest days during the pandemic, when we were just growing this mission, and thank you for becoming a true friend to my entire family.
Oh, how do we get out of here? The second.
Wow. Thank you.
Well, we're sorry we put you in tears right before you're about to present, but you're an awesome leader, so I know you're gonna pull it together and give some amazing, empowering information here with Carmela. But Stephanie, we love you. We'll put that video link out. We'll get it out on social so you can hear.
And thank you to all of them. Yeah, thank you to the entire council as well. And yes, thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah, you're so welcome, you guys. I'm really touched. Thank you. Yeah, my heart is really full. Really full. Thank you. I will cherish that video for a long time. And my beautiful council. We've been through so much together, and couldn't have done it without you. You know, and Jody, it means a lot to me that you're here today. Thank you. I love you. All right. So I love you, Dave and Amy. God bless for your vision. So let's tune into our flow here. Taz, will you read the Million Mom Movement Pledge?
Absolutely. I mean, how do I really follow that? You know, that was really emotional. And, you know, I wanted to start with saying you don't know what you don't know, right? And here as a community, as a movement, this is what we're here to show all of you. You don't know what you don't know. I mean, if you had spoken to me 6 years ago about glyphosate toxicity, I had no idea it existed. I thought, honestly, it was a marketing scheme. I'm like, this does not exist. Why would they do this to ourselves and our children, right? But I didn't know. And I saw a meme today that I was like, this is so interesting. You know, there's a health section at the grocery store. If that's the health section, what else is in the grocery store, right? So here we are as a movement together. Purium is here to show you that everything we talk about, everything we stand for, we stand by it. Everything is healthy. Everything is toxin free, right? And I'm here joined by with my daughter, and we are going to be reading the pledge. So this pledge is something that truly lies a special place in all of our hearts, because it's an easy way to move this movement forward. Bring everyone on the calls. Of course, join the movement. So if you go to millionmommovement.info and you go to movement and then join. You can fill out this form and you can join the movement with us and share this. Share this with every single person you know. It's not just for mamas, it's for caregivers, for aunties and uncles. Every single person around you needs this information. So the pledge is so easily shared. We have it below. When you go down, you scroll down, you even have a download print section. So you can download this and put it on your wall, in your office, on your fridge, anywhere you feel. Because what happens, I have a lot of teachers that they tell me, they walk in, their kids walk into the office and see this pledge and they're like, well, what's that, right? So now you opened a conversation. And this is the first steps onto leveling your awareness of what you don't know, because we're always learning each and every day. We didn't come with this knowledge, but we are learning together. So my daughter and myself, we will be reading this pledge with you today. So I pledge to defend the health of myself and my family. I pledge to choose organic foods that are minimally processed and free of man-made ingredients. I pledge to read labels and educate myself on all aspects of clean living. I understand that my actions today will positively impact the health and environment of the future generations. I am committed to sharing this movement of many. I am the Million Mom Movement. And when you say it, have pride when you say it, because this is more than who we are. It's what we stand for, and it's what we share with every single person that we encounter. You can find this on our Purium app. You can find this on the boards, and share this with people you meet and ask them questions. Have you ever heard of glyphosate? How about this pledge? Does it align with your values? This is ways to open the conversation. And of course, invite them to our Fierce Friday calls. Well, we're going to miss you so much. Back to you, Steph.
I won't be far, Taz, you know that. And thanks, Kiara, for being here today. It's meaningful for me to see you here. And yes, I love your family. And yeah, so we have some powerful information for you today, Carmela and I. We're calling this Radical Business Coaching. We started it, I think, back in July, Carm, maybe June. I can't recall the exact month. But Carmela and I have a really unique way of seeing the world and a really unique way of coaching our teams and being businesswomen, you know, because I truly believe that we're creating a new paradigm of business as people, as men and women, and absolutely as we lead our Purium businesses with the Million Mom Movement. And so we're going to be diving into some concepts that we broached last month. And then we're also going to be sharing some new information today. And then we're going to open it up for some hot seat coaching, because we really want you to feel the value of applying what we're sharing to your own business. All right. So welcome, Carmela. How you doing today?
It's bittersweet, but I'm so excited for all that's to come for us for the future of the Million Mom Movement, with us as just colleagues within this movement. I'm doing great.
Yeah, good. It is bittersweet. And we know that when one door closes, another door opens, like I think one of you said. And I'm really excited for the future and all the work that I have to do in the world. You know, this has been a gorgeous chapter, and my commitment to this mission and this movement is unalterable. Let's just say that. Okay. So I will be working to lead with the Million Mom Movement continuously in my team. And there's many on my team here today. God bless you, team. And it's really what moves me to build a Purium business, to be honest with you. You know, the story about Zephyr and how unacceptable it is that we are mitigating the degree of toxins that we are in our food systems today and in agriculture. It's absolutely unacceptable. It's been unacceptable to me for a really long time, long before I ever found Purium. And so Carm, let's first off, let's share that it's today is Women's Equality Day, in case you didn't know. So we've got some work to do, ladies and men, because it's really not just about, it's not just about the work that women need to do to become equal with men economically, financially, prosperity wise. It's really up to men to give it up to women as well, and to really recognize the feminine within themselves. This is a concept that Carmela and I were talking about. We went live. If you want to watch that conversation, really beautiful conversation, moved me to tears. Actually, that's when the tears began with Carm, just recounting my years as an activist and the holy work that it was 30 years ago, and how the continuum really of the holy work of my work with Purium. And my team knows this. We talk about this all the time. The work with Purium for me is sacred work, because it's a continuation of that activism that began for me 30 years ago when I was, raising my fist and hanging banners off buildings about the desecration of the world's old growth forests to be turned into California phone books. Like, that was unacceptable to me 30 years ago. And what's going on in the world today with our food supply, and the fact that corporations are profiting in the billions by selling us toxic food, is also unacceptable. So that's holy and sacred work, that Dave and Amy have given us this gorgeous platform for this business to raise our voices, to elevate the Million Mom movement, to elevate the conversation around glyphosate, and to, kick ass and take names in the form of our sacred list, right? Our list, our money's in our list is sacred. That's where we make our money. Okay. So I also want to talk about how in our culture, we women have lived through the devaluation of the feminine, right? How we've grown up in a culture, in a world where the feminine is devalued, let's just say for, in terms of what they're paid compared to what a man's paid, right? Where our opinions are not as highly valued as a man's. And certainly moms, they need some elevation in terms of culturally how they are regarded. And so that is at the heart of what we are doing here with the Million Mom movement. We are elevating the feminine. We are elevating and empowering the moms and the dads. And we're supporting moms and dads to work together to really elevate the mission of getting the toxins out of our food and creating economic empowerment for more women, all right, through the MMM. So way back when, when Fierce Friday started, I felt a responsibility. It was January of 2020. I felt a responsibility to elevate this mission for the field in terms of talking about glyphosate. I was already a business coach, which many of you know. And so it was really important for me to have this conversation to elevate the activism within the container of the Million Mom movement so that we could empower others, ourselves included, right, to be speaking up about this and to be inviting people to come and learn from us. From its inception, Fierce Friday was really a prospecting tool to get folks to come and join the conversation around the corruption of our food, right? So what you're experiencing right now was a decision that was made and then by me and then adopted by corporate. It was originally my original Zoom room, which will make a few of you laugh, I'm sure. And then it got on the corporate calendar. And so I want to sort of unpack that a little bit to show you that you can make a decision in your own Purium business to elevate your own voice that can then activate the people in the community that you're a part of to get involved and join you, to do the work that you're here to do, right? Because we all have our sacred medicine that we're here to birth into the world. you know, so anyways, I've said a lot. I want to bring Carm back in. And yeah, so we've got a bit more to cover here.
I love that this is the conversation. I cannot tell you, because I said yes to this Million Mom movement, you know, after I myself had been depleted from my own health journey. I found through my practitioner work as a holistic practitioner that I needed to create more of an impact, because I knew what we were all up against in this world, in this society, in this nutrition disconnect from dis-ease. And as I was studying acupuncture and herbology, I knew that it's not present in our culture. And I come from a background wherein I'm from the Philippines originally, and we have had 3 female presidents, in which case we're more of a tribal nation, and there was a lot of corruption. Corruption equals money, equals power. And this disconnect was actually reconnected with this feminine presence. And I said, when I was a child, you know, picketing for the People Power Revolution, that my parents really believed that one voice matters and all of our voices matter. And when I saw Stephanie's heart and her background and her passion for leading, we all want to follow heart-centered servant leaders. So we are all that actually as partners with this movement. And I feel that when we're talking about the masculine and the feminine, and we're here to elevate the feminine, that's where my activism started, is where I saw how the balance of the feminine voice needed to be present in order for power to be balanced for the people. And we are a very sacred circle here with the Million Mom movement. We have a lot of heart-centered testimonies. We have leaders here that I grow, learn, and follow that upgrade my life every day. I could come to tears any moment, you know, from what we do here, because with Dave and Amy's vehicle, thank God for their vision, their passion, their dedication, their work, we get to activate as a community. And so the masculine, well, that's a mirror that needs to be shown by the feminine. And if the masculine opens up to that mirror, then there's balance, there's harmony, there's family. And where's family in our society right now? Is it supporting the women who are working at home, raising the children? Or are they devalued when they get home because you're not working, you're just raising children? So when we get to train our teams about what it is as a feminine model to activate, it's that women are the educators in our homes. We are the ones who wake up in the morning, get the nutrition going, make sure all the things, all the details, but where's the men? And these are the conversations wherein any balanced, healthy, holistic family, we need to come together. And I know my husband and I, we've been together for 21 years, so we've had our share of conversations. And I said to him, I'm on a rank run. What does that look like? It looks like this. Let me show you my board. Let me show you my action plan. Let me show you the people I'm working with. So you're intimately connected to actually the people I'm connected with too, because they are my team. They're my family and we grow them. So the conversation the Million Mom gets to have is the true, what Steph and I, oh my gosh, please refer to our timelines to go for that more deeper dive into the talk. But we were really discussing how it's a sacred circle. It's sacred plant medicine we're working with.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if we honor that the way we should, because it's transformative, it's miracle working, it's truth, it's God working through us, then when we work with the feminine, when we get our masculines on board, if they're a partner, if we have a partner, or if maybe we want to become a mom, right? There are women out there who are setting up their nest to become a mom through our business model. And I'd love to open it back up to you, Steph, because what I loved with our talk earlier, we were discussing how to unpack the MLM issue of people, being disconnected with business, economy, and prosperity.
Yeah, let's talk about that. So we received a comment on one of our pages, it was either Instagram or Facebook, and they said something to the effect of, we're doing powerful work, but MLM is not the way. And I got into the comments before anybody else did, and I said, really, what do you think the way is? Because of course, what I believe is it absolutely is the way, or I wouldn't be here 6 years later. I feel so strongly about what we have here as a way to merge our prosperity with our activism. Because here's the thing. So many, I was a broke activist for a long time, you guys. Let's just be totally honest, okay? I was a broke activist working in sales at a beautiful shop in Southern California, Los Angeles, called the Organic Cotton and Hemp Company. And I was also working for Rainforest Action Network at the time. And, I just really wasn't interested in making money. And I had my own reasons for that, that I won't get into here now. But the bottom line is that we need more people merging, working with their values in their prosperity. So bringing those two things together. They don't need to be disparate, right? At the time I was young and I, didn't want to make money, but we need more people who want to make money working in alignment with their values. And this is what this opportunity affords us to do. It doesn't matter what you lead. You can lead with anything, right? You can lead with the Million Mom movement. You can lead with the glyphosate issue. You can lead with respect for the earth. You can lead with economic empowerment for women. You can lead with the fitness, clean fitness, building muscle cleanly. It doesn't matter which lane you choose to drive in. There's so many opportunities here. But I was talking with Carm, what we're doing here with the MMM, it's the soul of the superfoods company, in my opinion. It is so important. The women are the heart of the family, and the MMM is the heart of Purium. I believe that so strongly. And when you really get with that, you're fierce. You can be fierce. You can be like, you can be like me. You can be like Carmen. You can be like Taz. You can be like Naiva. You can be like the very fierce, aspects of your own self that you've experienced in your life. When you truly feel that, when you truly feel your own power and your own magnificence to really elevate this mission as it's married to this company, anything is possible. Anything is possible. So I want to talk briefly, Carmen, then I want to go into coaching here because I'm just noticing the time. Taz and Naiva have been really impacted by something that Carmen and I began collaborating on in March. I got a message from the divine, said, Steph, you really need to be talking to the birth professionals in your world, because I have this whole background in the birth world with my sacred birth work. And I got the message, you need to be talking to the birth professionals who are caring for women about this nutrition. And, I've got that in fits and starts over the years. I've been doing this for 6 years and I have some birth workers on my team, right? But I needed to go like full throttle into the birth world. And so I reached out to Carm. I'm like, Carm, I really want to do this event. I don't want to do it, one-off. I want to do it monthly. And for the entire year of 2022. And Carm's like, I'm in, let's do it. It's business forward. And so Carm and I have been doing this event called Nourish Women Now every single month, with the exception of this month, because I needed to take a break. And so we're going to we're going to start up again in September. But I wanted to unpack this for you, with your support, Carm, because it was important for you to understand that you can niche down within the MMM, right? Because what we cottoned onto here was a topic for a specific niche, which is birth professionals and health practitioners. We kind of expanded it to health practitioners. Anyone that supports women needs this in their back pocket, because so many women are depleted, depressed, and yes, psychotic from giving birth. Right, Carm?
Yes, absolutely. And the guests that we've had, oh my goodness. Wow. Like that's where it's all about the community. Yeah, we can share on our soapboxes how important it is to nourish, but then we're bringing in women who believe what we have has worked for them and shared exactly what they did. And for new people to hear that, new voices. So we've had people who, I invited someone who has their own podcast for women who want to be pregnant after the age of 40 and needed support. I myself was a massage therapist, pregnancy massage therapist and prenatal yoga teacher, and I knew all the stories of their lives. Why not incorporate this toolbox of superfoods and organic lifestyle for them and empower them to expand their business? And this is, again, like, this model has no ceiling. And that's the beauty of it. We can actually help, because I've helped a lot of other massage therapists in my team say, I don't want to be so hands-on. I've been doing this for 15 years. I want to release that. Well, a lot of birth workers, they're overwhelmed too. We need to help them think of like an exit strategy as well, or a retirement plan. I mean, this is our conversation as business forward consultants.
Yeah. Yeah. I just, I also just want to highlight, Carm, the Lunch and Learn. So the Lunch and Learn, the Lunch and Learn was the first iteration of the Nourish Women Now, to be honest with you, Carm, right? Because we led with postpartum depletion, depression, and psychosis because of this woman that I met named Hannah, who experienced postpartum psychosis for 3 years before she got help. 3 years. So that began my passion to really help people dial in the fact that nutrition can help very serious diagnoses, and no one's talking about it.
No.
So, this whole year that you've been experiencing these Lunch and Learns, we're going deep into health issues that are affecting women and men and families, and we're talking about it.
Yeah.
And so this is what's possible here when we elevate our voices and we go, I'm going to be the change, right? I'm going to be that change. And so, my desire here, my legacy here that I really hope to be, transmitting through all of these Fierce Fridays and all of the Lunch and Learns is to, empower you all to become activists. And Carmen and I were just talking about Carrie Gillum, Carrie Gillum, who we interviewed a few weeks ago, the author of the Monsanto Papers, didn't see herself as an activist. I'm like, well, number one, you're a mom. Number two, you're an investigative journalist about, some of the most egregious crimes of our lifetimes. You are an activist, Carrie Gillum, and I would say that to each and every one of you. You are an activist. And, Angelo, I just watched your live the other day going into Trader Joe's, and I was like, go Angelo. Oh my gosh, that was so cool. Yeah, it was so awesome. So, and I go live in Walmart, I go live in Target all the time. And so we have that power, you guys, to elevate our voices. Go live in front of the wall of glyphosate is what I like to call it. Take action. So on that note, I'm going to be quiet for a bit because we want to open up the floor here to hear your voices and to receive some hot seat coaching, because you might be feeling a little bit a little angsty about, stuff. I don't know if I can do that, Carmela. I don't know if I can do what you guys do. I don't know if I can be Angelo. It's okay. There's a version of what we do that you can do. And so we're here to support you and coach you through that. So who's going to be bold? Raise your hand. Go into the reactions at the bottom of your screen and raise your hand. And we'd love for you to come off mute and support you in being an activist. Yes. Hello, Allison and Jared. Woohoo. Welcome. Purium's newest crowns in the house. That's right.
Yes. The Million Mom Movement in effect.
Welcome.
Thank you, Million Moms. We appreciate everything you do, and you're brilliant. And yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize I'd be the first to raise my hand. So thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. It's great to have you here. How's life?
Great. So grateful.
Yeah.
Cool.
And with back to school coming, you know, we're really careful what our kids are eating, obviously, and then what they're exposed to in school and their influence on other kids. So we're so grateful that we have Taz and her kids as examples.
And all the kids here in this community. Yes.
So they're going to spread that message and be little activists as well.
Yeah, we are raising the next health leaders, are we not?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a sacred responsibility.
Yeah.
Yeah, as well as all the entrepreneurialism that we're teaching them about as well, you know? So God bless you both. Thanks for being a part of this sacred container, my last day as a chair, and just all the great work that you're doing with your organization.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thank you.
Yeah.
What did we raise our hand for exactly? What was it?
We're doing hot seat coaching for folks that want to merge their prosperity with their activism and receive some love and support in their own Purium businesses.
I'll let someone else go. I mean, you know, like if there's other people with their hand up, but I mean, we can always get better at coaching, and this is all new for me as well. So we're,
okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you, I'd love to participate in it if that's.
Nobody else has raised their hands. Come on, there's a whole bunch of you here. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Allison. Much love to you both. All right. Mallory, yeah, bring it, girl.
Bring it, girl. Hi, everyone. Wow, that's fun. Yeah, so I know that there's so much that I can learn, and I'm just so grateful for the Million Mom movement and for all the knowledge that you're sharing, and for Purium and the journey of just stepping into my power more and like understanding and seeing these truths of things that are going on the planet and how I can like actively really do something about it. And since there's so much I could learn, I'm just kind of wondering like, if like there are 3 things that you could tell me, like 3 areas to put my energy and focus and attention, like 3 main things to share to build my business, what would they be?
I could jump.
Go, Carm.
Well, 100% first step. Anybody who becomes a brand partner, just know the first step is recruiting. Always in any network marketing, it's building your influence with another person, creating a social connection. That's the work. The work is getting the message out, not being the messenger, not being the message, being the messenger. And I think that every day our work is in sharing. So if that's what's in your calendar, if it's in person, great. If you create an event, if you had a launch party with your team, if you have something regular happening that you can speak and share, that's the people who are in front of the room are the ones who are earning the most. And to empower yourself is to get out of the discomfort of being in front and the discomfort of having those conversations. And yeah, it should be organic, but it also should be very strategic. And so that's the first step of any network marketer, is every day we should be recruiting. And then the second thing is, for me, is showing up every single day and treating your business like a business. And that might mean learning social media. If you don't really activate on social media often, what is your niche? What is your message? And how are you most comfortable sharing that message? Start there, because once you meet people, you want to connect with them on social media, or connect with them on social media and then just go connect there. And the third thing is really work with your upline, always, because that action plan is your declaration for your needs, for your home. No one knows that but you. It's so intimate. So every person needs to be clear. That's why we have the rank declaration. If we don't have the right declaration, people are winging it. I just did a reel about winging it. If you don't have a plan, you're winging it. And who works well with winging things? Well, maybe if you're a pro already, right? That's a different thing. If you're saying, I'm actively wanting to learn a lot, so your upline knows the path. Be vulnerable on your in all three. And that's the beauty. You get to be really vulnerable with yourself, with others. Say, I'm learning this, but you would really resonate with what we have, because you are that kind of person who's conscious, evolved. Again, edify people. When you're connecting with people, learn how to connect with people. And once you get the yeses from them, the heart connection, you can pour more. And that's what we work on every day as network marketers, is to learn that our prosperity comes from our own activation of what we know we can create in another person, like a shift in a person. I hope that helps.
Mhm.
Really great, Carm. Yeah, really great. Were you taking notes, Mallory?
Right, I know, I feel it.
Okay, good. I also want to just add that, working a network marketing business can be uncomfortable, right? It can be uncomfortable to open conversations. It can be uncomfortable to stumble over your words, to like figure out the right language, to connect with people, right? And the more you do it, the easier it gets, right? It's a practice like anything. And I think that, one of the things that I wanted to just offer here to you, Mallory, and to everyone is to get comfortable with the discomfort. Because with anything in life, we have pleasurable moments and we have very uncomfortable moments. And when we're uncomfortable, we're growing. We are growing. And, you don't do anything in a network marketing business if not grow, right? It is all about personal growth, nonstop every single day, where we get to look at ourselves and meet ourselves, right? Become a sacred mirror. The business is almost like a sacred mirror for where do I need to grow, right? And so if you can look at it like that and relate to it like that, it will give you the answers that you need to hear of where is your growing edge. So yeah, great, Mallory. Thanks for the question.
Something that just came up was teaching delayed gratification to team members, to brand partners, because the growth period is the majority of where people are. Then you have that small percentage of people who are diamond and above in your team. So the majority of people will be in that growth phase for a very long time, or if they don't accelerate to the comp plan. So we're working with delayed gratification, and that's the growth that we want to give people the time that they need to grow. I remember my upline said that, when he first went into network marketing, it took him 8 years to really make money. And sometimes people can accelerate through that because they've had previous experiences and learning. But if wherever you are, it's perfect, and your sacred yes to the business, just keep honoring it and connecting with your upline.
Steady as she goes. All right. Ashley Morales, welcome.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much. I wanted to, well, first of all, I thank you so much, Stephanie, for being the chair for this period of time. It's been wonderful, wonderful. So I just wanted to say that first. But I wanted to kind of bring out that point that Carmela just said about knowing what we can create in others and bringing that out of them. So my question is like, how would you, are there a set of questions that you would really recommend asking our brand partner prospects to really bring that out of them, to see like what their potential is, what their goals in life are really, and so that we can work to like connect them to like what Purium can do for them, and what get them to their bigger goals, like not even financially, not even, I mean, yes, financially, but also like what their big picture is. I want to figure out, that's my goal, is to figure out like what they can see themselves accomplishing in the long run, and then how we can use Purium as the vehicle to get them there. So that's my question.
Yeah, it's such a great question. Thank you for asking it. And what you're really referring to here, Ashley, is tuning into the why. Why do they want to work a Purium business? That answer is going to give you a really good picture of where they're at and what they want to manifest for their lives and their families. And you're right to really vet your prospects. Not everyone is a great brand partner prospect, right? Being a network marketing professional, and I hope you all refer to yourselves as that, okay? That you take it that seriously, whether you're doing this part-time or full-time. It takes a lot of grit, okay? It takes a lot of go-getter vibe. Like, you got to wake up every day and be the CEO of your own company. So, you know, sometimes there's a transition between that employee consciousness and that entrepreneurial consciousness, because people are working a job and they really want to be entrepreneurs. And I was there. I knew that I was always meant to be an entrepreneur. And so I started doing it part-time in small ways until I finally just put my stake in the ground. I'm like, I'm an entrepreneur and I'm not looking back. You know, so you want to vet your BP and ask them questions about what, yeah, exactly, Amelia. What are they excited about in terms of creating a Purium business, helping people? What turns them on? What gives them pleasure, right? As they look forward to creating a business with you, because you're going to be, you know, lockstep, arm in arm with your team for many, many, many years. You know, I've got women on this Zoom today that I've been working with for 5 and 6 years, very closely, almost daily, some of them. So you want to love those people. You want to, you know, you want to love hanging out with them. You want to love breaking bread with them. You want to love being, you know, gluten-free, being in their presence, right? And they got to be coachable. Oh my God, they got to be coachable. If they aren't coachable, if they aren't able to pick up what I'm putting down, we aren't going to go very far together. So, and that's not egoic. That's just like, I know what I have. I know the value that I carry, and I'm standing in that value and that sacred medicine that I have for you if you're coachable and if you're willing to receive. So that's a long answer to your question. Does that help?
It was beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I loved in the chat too. Those are great as well.
Pre-qualify them, Ashley. Pre-qualify them before you launch into any information of the message, because you're checking them out too. There, you know, it's got to be reciprocal. You got it. That's like Stephanie said, coaching. It's reciprocal, and you meet them where they're at. And what if they want to learn more? Great, they're great people. They want to know more. They want to connect with you. You will find them. They're there. But you have to be the one in the coaching seat, right? You're the coach. So you're always asking questions. You're the inquisitive, you're the listener, and you're looking out in the world. And that's why you have to really get out there, get out in the world and talk to people on social media, in person, have conversations literally with everybody, because you never know what people are going through. I've enrolled Uber drivers, moms in markets, all different types of people that you never know until you ask. So
yeah. And we've got Crown, amazing, Mary Beth Fleming, what you're saying here in the chat. This is powerful, you guys. So scroll back through the chat to see some of the ways that they would answer Ashley's question. Oh my gosh, we're like up at the top of the hour, and yeah, we've got a few more minutes here, and I don't think anyone else has raised their hands, but you know, I just want to say some final words here before I pass it over to Naeva, because she's going to do our call to action, because we do have a call to action every Friday with Instagram, because that's really where we're putting our activism, is in Instagram right now. And if you go back in time to our interview with Henry Rollins from the Detox Project, you'll see the seminal moment where he shared the importance of Instagram with corporations right now. So never underestimate the power of a comment in an Instagram post, okay, in terms of what we can do as, you know, armchair activists. All right. I mean, I want you to be out in the world raising your voice, and I want you to be doing that via Instagram as well. But I also did just want to point back to our YouTube channel for the incredible compendium of content that has been created over the last 2.5 years since Fierce Friday started. Particularly where I want you to go, because this is a business forward Zoom, as I want you, if you don't know, if you haven't seen The Art of Sacred Sales, I really want you to go and watch that and share it with your team. That's one of the #1 Zooms that I share with new brand partners so that they understand what we're doing here with Purium, because we are not like other companies when it comes to sales. All right. It's very specific how we share about what we have here. This is a community. This is a family. This is the activist arm. Million Mom Movement is the activist arm of the company. And in that way, we move this business forward in a very unique way to get sales. So I want to just point you all to share what we have there, because it's really, really, really powerful. All right. The amount of content that's there. I just want to thank you all for all the love today. Yeah, this has been an incredible journey for me. And I feel very blessed to have walked this path with the council during probably the most difficult several years of our lives. Walking through the pandemic was hard. I'm not gonna lie. And this was a safe place. This was a safe place for us all. And so as you go back in time and you look at some of those Fierce Fridays that we did in 2020 and 2021, you'll see how we were bringing it for you all, you know, how we were holding our arms out to you all during that incredibly difficult several years. And so I believe in us. I believe in the power of women. I believe in the power of mothers. I believe in us to elevate our prosperity every single day through the opportunity that Purium has given us. And so thank you for your love and your support during these years of incredible transformation. I take you all into my next chapter with so much love. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Stephanie. We love you so much, and you're going to be greatly missed on this council. And I just can't wait to see all the other incredible things that you do and how you inspire so many others. So thank you so much for being here with us all this time and inspiring us with Fierce Fridays. And go ahead and share our call to action. So as you all know, we've been working with this document, The Poison in Our Daily Bread, from the Detox Project. For those of you who don't know, we are the only ones that have a product that removes glyphosate, and it's vetted by the Detox Project. So that's something that's really exciting and to be proud about and to share about. So this is the main page. At the bottom of this page, there's a link, and it will bring you to this PDF document that has this incredible list of foods that contain glyphosate. And so we've been doing a call to action weekly. Today, we're working on number 7, 100% whole wheat sandwich bread from the Market Pantry. It has 348 parts per billion of glyphosate in it. I'm gonna go ahead and go to Instagram. This is their Instagram page. I'll grab their handle so I can drop it in the comments in a second. If you'll just go ahead and go over to Instagram. I'm gonna stop my share so I can share this in the comments. So that is the Instagram page. If you'll just go ahead and go to the Instagram page and write a comment, let them know. Try to find a picture with their whole wheat bread or something of the likes, and let them know. And really any of the posts will do, just let them know that you just found out that their whole wheat bread has glyphosate in it and that you're really concerned. There's a friendly conversation, friendly activism. We want to get those answers. We want them to answer us. And then to take it a step further, you can take a picture, a screenshot of your comment as well as their response, and put it in your stories and tag us so that we can share it on our Million Mom Movement stories. And lastly, I just want to show, oh, well, I don't know if I can do this right now because I have it auto. Let me see if it'll let me load the Million Mom Movement page. I would like to invite you all to come and follow the Million Mom Movement page if you're not already on this page. And I would like to ask you to please tag us on your posts. We're having so much fun with Reels that I'm finding less and less still posts to repost on our channel. So if you would please, make some still posts with your kids drinking their green drink, or you sharing about your business or whatever it is that's inspiring you, sharing about the glyphosate in our food and all the things that pertain to the Million Mom Movement, as we are all activists, and tag the Million Mom Movement. Use our hashtags, hashtag Million Mom Movement or hashtag I am the Million Mom Movement. And I would love to repost you on our channel. So make sure that you're following us and make sure that you tag us on your posts so that you can be featured here. Back to you, Stephanie, to close us out. Thank you all for joining us today, everyone. You want to, I'll go ahead and let everyone unmute if you'd like to say farewell to Stephanie. So you're all unmuted.
Hi, Stephanie.
Love
Thank
you.
so
Love you,
much.
Stephanie.
Love to
Thank you
you.
so much for
Bye,
everything
Beyond
you've
Again.
done for us.
Thanks so much. We so
Stephanie, you're amazing.
Thank you, Stephanie.
So
We love
amazing.
you.
Love you.
We love
God bless
you.
Love you. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Thank
Nothing but love and great
you.
gratitude.
Stephanie.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Stephanie.
Thank
Thank you.
Oh my God. You guys are the best. I'm going to be crying all day. Go out there and be the change that the world desperately needs. I love you.
Thanks, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Bye, Stephanie. Love you so much.